How does this thing? You said you were going on, not you were live.
Hello, welcome to Threefold Talk, the Aiel themed talk show with the token Wetlander. That's me. Please say hello to all my wonderful co-hosts. We have Melindhra. How are we doing, Mel?
Fabulous.
You have the Meluendo ready for us this week, obviously.
You put me on the spot when you ask if I've prepared anything. I don't know.
If it's prepared, it's not as good, is it? So
that's a Shido.
Oh, we have a rare event this week, folks. Leigh-A, Roof Mistress, has taken time away from her roof and come to join us. Leigh-A, how are you?
I'm excellent, thank you. I apologize for not being on, but you know,
you have nothing.
The hold has me busy all the time. So,
and of course, we have Bain&Chiad hanging out. How are we doing, Bain&Chiad?
I'm doing great. I have my mug of Usquai and I hope other people brought theirs. Nice. It's kind of a foreshadowing to our Wada holiday coming up this weekend.
We do have a Wada holiday this weekend. We do. So, and last but not least, please welcome Head Foldy himself, Silvertooth, to Threefold Talk.
Yeah.
Run and rattle. There we go. How are we doing, Silvertooth? Welcome to Threefold Talk.
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you here. So, how does it feel from this side of the screen?
It's different, but I like it. You know, it's nice. Weird because I've got the screen over here with the show going, and the major delay makes it weird too. But...
Oh yeah, definitely. So it definitely makes it's very different on this side. So. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I've just flicked over screens and found that the captions are working as well. Finally, 3 weeks I tried to get this to work, and now it's decided it's going to work, which is great. So I'm glad to have got that sorted. You know, apparently we've got a little bit of buffering, so I do apologize, folks. We'll try and minimize that soon. But yeah, are we ready to crack into it? We'll just hop straight into the Daily Veil. So. Here we go, folks. Spear brothers and sisters, it is time to cover up your face, for the wheel of time has news, and we shall dance the spears from it. This is the Daily Veil. Okay, folks, so we had not a huge amount of news this week, really, did we, ladies? It was mostly just a few casting reveals, and that was kind of it. But I suppose that's okay in a time when we're getting lots of Wheel of Time just content anyway. So let me bring up the casting. I'm going to hide us for a moment, folks. But yeah, so we got this casting, and yeah, what do we think about the ones that we got here? So we got, Melindhra, who's your favorite out of the castings that we got?
I mean, if it's Uno, it's Guy Roberts. I mean, his and I'm going first, so I get to say it. I mean, his introductory, hello, I'm so excited to join the family tweet was super above level, Wheel of Time, Dragonsborn, all the way. He said he started reading the books in 1990 when they first came out.
Wow.
That's amazing. And then he cursed a whole bunch. There was much blamings and called us all goat kissers, and we were just dying.
Nice.
And then he's been popping into other people's tweets. This today, I saw him say something like, "Nobody likes you, Massima," to somebody else. So he's fully embraced Twitter of Time and is having a good time with it. So I'm excited to see him.
I have not noticed that, so yeah, I can see why he would be your favorite. So, Leigh-A, do you have a favorite of the castings?
I don't have a favorite, but the one I'm most interested in, as much as I appreciate Uno's cussing, you flaming fucking sailor here. The one I'm most interested in seeing is Massima, just because of the arc that Massima has throughout the book. So you go from one point of view with the Dragon Reborn and the entire group of boys, and then how that actor is eventually going to develop out. It's one of the most drastic character changes that we see in the series. So, and there's a reason that the entire Amazon Prime team cast all these people in knowing this development. So I'm really, you know, again, all of them seem fantastic. And I looked a little bit into their histories and they're all amazing. But just from an acting perspective and how the interpretation of the team and this particular actor is going to do, like Masima. I'm really bad with after names, so I don't know what the fuck's name is.
Masima is being played by, let me make sure I say this correctly, Arnas.
Look,
I'm going to butcher that anyway, so I won't try and say his last name. So, Bain&Chiad, before we get Silvertooth's opinion, who's your favorite?
I mean, Mel already stole mine. It's been Guy Roberts. He had me at his back of the head top knot that we saw in the trailer. I just think he looks badass. And long ago, he was interacting a little bit with Twitter of Time. I'll have to go back and try to find my tweet, but I think there was an old tweet I had about Uno that he had liked long ago before he could actually say that he was Uno. So I'm not super surprised, but really happy about how much he's jumped in and responded to some people's tweets already in character. But if I can't pick the same one that Mel picked, I gotta go with Masima. He just looks so Masima, like that intense stare. And I know a lot of folks are really excited about that actor. I guess he's in The Last Kingdom, which I haven't seen, but I've seen a lot of people tweeting about how excited they are that he's going to be Masima, and also using photos of him from The Last Kingdom, you know, to show how he might look in Wheel of Time. So he seems pretty cool. I'm excited to see what he can do.
Yeah.
Bain&Chiad, I want you to know I'm okay with sharing. I mean,
I can be down with that.
okay. I mean,
Nice.
he only has the one eye though, so it's gonna be hard for him to look at three of us all at the same time.
You'll
But,
have to
you
stand
know,
like really close together.
You guys can get creative, and it's not all about the visual all the time.
That's right. And we could pull Gall in too, who can, you know, help him out if he needs some help.
Yeah, he can have top knot duty.
There we go.
Yeah.
Top
There we
knot
go.
duty. There we go. That's the hashtag of today, top knot duty. So, Silvertooth, I feel like, I don't know if you have a favorite, but I feel like you might lean one way or another. There might be someone that appeals to you more out of the castings than others.
I love them all. Obviously, everybody's talked about Uno. I love how much he's interacting with the fandom. Like, that's been awesome. Especially when he just called out the the Masima account. That was hilarious. I think the actor playing Masima is going to be great. He's awesome in The Last Kingdom. You need to watch that, Bain&Chiad. But I'm really excited for Ingtar. The actor playing Ingtar was in Da Vinci's Demons. And he plays this like really charismatic, kind of Da Vinci's like secondhand man guy. And I think that's going to be interesting to see him play as Ingtar, you know, kind of this rough, gruff character. So I'm excited to see him too.
Nice. I'm seeing in chat, there's been a lot of love for Guy Roberts, a lot of love for the gentleman playing Masima. Not much love for Ingtar. What they're saying, Masima is too pretty. Don't trust it.
Well,
Nice.
if you're gonna have a cult leader,
But yeah, you got to be charismatic and attractive to pull people in. So I think it works. And he's attractive, but kind of in a creepy way. So I think it works.
I've seen a lot of Masima thirsting, and
Yeah.
what's
Well,
it?
but he has hair, and I wonder, because Masima in the books is like very shaved. So I wonder if they're going to go as far as to literally just shave his head, and his hair is gorgeous.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
I mean-
So I mean, how much of that lusting is because of this like voluptuous hair?
What are you saying about people with no hair?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, I think a lot of the thirsting is because of the voluptuous hair, but there are like wonderful, beautiful people without hair as well. So
One of them's here with us today.
Hey,
Don't worry,
every single person in this video has hair. They all have hair.
In one form.
Not all on the top of their head.
Beards of time.
And there's a lot of us that have a lot of red hair on various parts of our faces.
Look, it's like we're sharing the wealth, so I can't grow a beard properly. So this is why we've invited Silvertooth on, so he can be like, this is what a real beard looks like, folks. So
gotta represent.
Absolutely.
Superimpose your faces on top of each other.
Oh, that sounds like a fun post party thing to do. Yeah, we'll do that at JordanCon or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
So do I remember correctly that Ingtar, like the original Ingtar, and forgive me, I don't remember that actor's name, but he's also beautiful, is now Lord Yakoda?
Yes.
Yeah,
Is that right?
I remember his name. His name is Amar Chadha Patel, and
Yes.
I
He's also
am very
beautiful.
sad that he's no longer Ingtar because I also love him and he has a great social media presence. He's hilarious. So I'm
Yeah.
sad that
Awesome.
he's no longer our Ingtar.
Yeah, it
It'll
was
be
a
really-
scheduling conflict, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out at the end of season 1 with his scenes. And then how do they introduce new Ingtar in season 2?
Yeah.
I mean, they
that
did some
work.
reshoots. Perhaps they reshot those scenes. If there was only like a scene or something, you could have got that together without being too much of a budget blowing situation, I suppose.
Well, and that's one thing I was wondering with the announcement, especially with the timing, that it seems like most of the Faldara stuff is potentially in season 2. So they go up into the Blight, do other things with the Eye of the World, then come down to Faldara. So maybe they could even potentially cut some of the scenes.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
or
it
just
just
barely show
seem
them.
like they've recorded a lot. And one thing I want to be like, Rafe, please, if you're listening, we want the extended versions of all the episodes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need me some more
100%.
loyal.
You can do it after you could do it after the show's done, but Rafe, I'm talking to you. We want the extended versions.
this is true. Okay, I feel like we're about to dive into episode 5 discussions with a little bit of like maybe episode 6 discussion as well. So before we do that, I just want to do another reminder, folks. I've managed to remember to do them the last 2 weeks in a row, so I'm going to do them again. We do have What a Holiday. It's this weekend, folks. If you weren't aware, come and join us. It starts at 7:30 Eastern on Saturday night. We go for 24 hours. We have an amazing lineup, as you can see here. And I'm so excited to say that we even got a shout out from Brandon Sanderson in his latest live stream, where he was like, "Come join, go over and see a friend of the channel," is how he described to me, which I was like, I'm glad I was sitting down when I watched it, to be honest, because I was like, oh, okay. And also, it was quite funny because initially I was like, why have I just got some? Why am I getting random subs? I was getting random subs on the channel. I was like, I've not put anything out for like 2 days. What's going on? And then an hour later, someone was like, hey, Brandon did a shout out. I was like, that makes sense. So, but come and join us this weekend, folks. We've got so much on. And who's going to announce the thing we're doing on Threefold Brunch? Bain&Chiad, do you want to tell folks what we're sort of raffling off? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Pass. I don't-
Melindhra, do you know what
Nope,
we're talking about?
Nope, I don't know.
Am I springing something
Yeah.
on my co-host here?
So everyone who donates during our time block will get the chance to be in a drawing to be a guest on Threefold Talk in the future.
Yes.
I said that right?
You did, yes. You said
It's
you
been,
nailed
it's been
that.
a
Well
minute
done.
since we talked about it.
I didn't remember until you said it, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yes.
I did
Yeah.
not study. I did not know there was going to be a pop quiz. I have
Oh.
failed. I have toe.
Well, this is because you've been
it's
you've
a
been
Wetlander
preparing
thing. It's a
our
Wetlander
pop
thing.
quiz
He
for
didn't
later.
notify us ahead of time.
Yeah.
That's true.
So-
That's true.
He has toe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just drop that in there. I mean,
Thank you,
that's-
wise one.
That's my Perkers host, isn't it? You know, so I like to just sort of drop that in there. But yeah, you know. Thank you, Bain&Chiad. I've just noticed you dropped in people's links on Twitter. I love that. That's very cool. All right. So let's dive into episode 5, and then we'll sort of talk about episode 6 in the process. Silvertooth, as our guest this evening, I'm going to ask you first. What was a highlight of episode 5 for you?
The wolves being, primary. Well, not, they were in it more. Actually did something instead of, just kind of being in a scene. So that was the highlight. I wanted more out of the Perrin and Wolves scenario. However, I think that's still coming. And it was still cool. We got Golden Eyes, which was amazing. So I'd have to say that the whole Perrin and Egwene sequence was both awesome and, also Valda's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, that was... And those wolves were really going into it. They were like, one guy got dragged back into his tent or something. Like, oof, it was brutal stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Leigh-A, what was your highlight of episode 5?
So it was the same scene, but for different reasons. Just the dynamics between Ema and Valda and Egwene and Perrin. When you read it in the books, it wasn't Ema and Valda, first of all, but then the way it went about it was just completely and utterly brutal. And it was painful to watch, but well executed. And I was wondering if they were going to, especially with the first couple of episodes, kind of bypassing a little bit with the Tinkers where that scene was. I was wondering if they were going to completely eliminate the Perrin Egwene white children interactions, and then they did that. And it's like,
yeah.
So yeah, it was horrifying and amazing, and just the strength of both the personalities. You could see both those characters shining through and what they're eventually going to become, and it was wonderful. Horrifying and wonderful all at the same time.
Yes, it most definitely was. It was quite a scene. But in Bain&Chiad, what was your highlight? We'll go through everyone's highlights, and then we'll just chit chat in general about it. So.
Oh, there was so much, but I'm gonna have to go with Rand and Mat and Tarvalon. Just when they walked in and the camel went by, I yelled "camel!" And then when Rand bought that thing from the vendor, I yelled, "Is that a meat pie?" And I got really excited because I was thinking about the meat pie he bought in Farmatting, and I was like, "Oh, is that in there?" But it wasn't. And just Mat, Mat's still my fave, and just seeing Rand trying to take care of him and keep him from the Aes Sedai, and of course meeting Loyal. That whole storyline I really enjoyed, just because it felt very Wheel of Time to me. It felt like the books, and it was just heartwarming, which was very necessary because everything else was extremely horrible and traumatic.
Mm-hmm. I have to ask, did you see the tweets where someone complained about the camel?
No,
So-
someone complained. Of course, someone.
Yes, but no, you're gonna love this. This is a good
Okay.
type of complaint, I promise.
Oh,
so
okay.
someone tweeted out and they said, "Oh my God, they can't even cast horses correctly in the Wheel of Time. What is going on?"
Well done, well done.
I totally didn't save that tweet and I could not find it, so I was just like, I won't bother to bring that up. But you brought it up anyway, so I was like, I'll just say it out loud rather than try and bring the tweet up. It was very funny. So if anyone else saw that,
If you made that tweet at us, and we'll give you credit.
oh yeah, definitely, yeah. You whoever that was, you get a ramen rattle. So because that was amazing.
Yay, that guy or girl.
Yes. So Melindhra, what was your favorite part of the of episode 5?
Okay, not to be too in character about it, but like Leandrin, that she spoke to Nynaeve, and that whole persimmon thing that then launched the whole persimmon thing, and Alana had to reply about persimmons, and I love how she's not just a 2D character, kind of like she was in the book. She was just kind of a 2D villain. And there's like, she's got depth and she's manipulative, but it's also like, you're not quite sure if she's actually trying to help Nynaeve, or if she wants Nynaeve to be a red sister. Like, what does she want? I don't know what she wants. And I read the books, you know, and when she got all up close and personal with Moraine and she touched her face and Moraine just about melted into a puddle on the floor. Like, what is happening? I am so into her, and just like her little smirks and everything. And I can't wait for more of Kate and her amazing cheekbones. I mean, and her jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. I understand where you're going with that. So, if I had a highlight of episode 5, oh god.
I think we lost the stream.
No,
Rob.
no, you haven't. So you haven't lost it, folks. I've just turned off. They won't see it on the YouTube. So technical issues, folks. They're getting lots of lagging going through the YouTube. I'm trying to improve that. So I just turned off the feed that goes back to my guests for a moment, so they can't see what's on screen currently. But everyone can see us, folks. Do not worry. I'm just trying to.
Sorry. My bad.
Yeah. So don't worry. I've just scared my guests because they were like, "Rob, you've disappeared." No, nothing's disappeared. It's me turning off the Zoom camera, trying to just reduce the load on my computer so that it sends stuff to YouTube better for you guys. So a highlight for me, I think it had to be Padam Thane. Not to keep on the Dark Friend train, but yeah, just the way he popped in, there was something about it that it was so nicely done. And now I need to go back and watch the other episodes and be like, did he appear in another episode and we didn't see? But yeah, that was very cool. I didn't even see it the first time. My roommate was watching with me and she just went, Padam Thane! I was like, what? Where? And I just had to rewind and I was like, oh my god! And then later on I found out he'd appeared previously to that as well. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. So
well, the only place that he could have potentially been is the mining community, and I don't recall anybody mentioning Easter eggs about him being there.
That's
true.
Ooh. Now
I want to go back and watch. Yeah.
I know, right? I watched so many times, but I will happily rewatch.
They talked about hearing the whistle at Shatter Lagoth. So I don't think he was visibly seen, but I think the implication is that he was probably there.
Yeah.
Or nearby. Yeah. I mean, he's definitely tracking the guys, especially if the show is going to follow the same mentality of the books, that he's got a beacon on the three of them and following them out of instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it plays in nicely to how his story works in the books. So I had one of the folks in my Discord server speculate that Thane gets captured because... Oh, no, sorry. Thane steals the dagger off Matt before Moraine can heal him or anything like that. And that is, I don't know, not part of their run off to... the Borderlands, but it might happen on the way. Moraine might be like, well, we don't have time to get Matt healed, we've got to go to do this. I don't know. But either at Tarvalon before they can get him healed, or on the way to the Borderlands, that he will come and steal the dagger off Matt, and that's why we're getting that now as opposed to after they've been into the Blight and back, if they're doing that, which I kind of think they are based on the title of the last episode. So yeah, is anyone on that train? And yes, no? I'm going to ask chat as well. Go to poll in chat. I don't know what I'm going to ask. Will Thane steal the dagger in episode 6? I think I'm going to ask. Yeah.
That's it. I hadn't thought about that. I was wondering how the entire Matt and the dagger and the healing, because he's already in Tarvalon, like how that all is going to work. Because it seems kind of lame for him to be there and them not to figure out that he needs some help and then have to come back. So I'm really curious how that's going to play out. I hadn't considered the Thane stealing the dagger part of that.
Wasn't in the previews there was a big healing scene?
I haven't seen the preview.
Ooh,
No, I avoid the preview every week because I want to be completely surprised.
But like in the trailers, wasn't there a big healing scene where there were multiple Aes Sedai around? And somebody in chat, correct me if I'm totally making this up, but I felt like there was... Like, and one thing that I love about the show is the top-down view. So you've always got that circle or the dragon's fang. But it was a circular and they were healing someone. I always assumed that was Matt.
I just want to put out Flamingo and Sadai in chat right now. Joe, you scared me for a second. You were like, this poll makes too much sense. # innkeeper poll. And I was like, did I put a wordly bad poll in chat? And I've looked. I'm like, oh no, it makes too much sense. Right, okay.
The night is young. There is still time
There's
to
plenty of
do
time
an
for me to
innkeeper
do an
poll.
innkeeper poll. Yes.
Plenty of polls yet to go.
Indeed.
But that being said, whether or not, to the question, Bain steals the dagger, I'm gonna go with no.
Okay.
Just because it takes a little while for Fane in the books to steal the dagger. And it's a plot point, especially since he's gone through Shadar Logoth. I'm assuming they're sticking with that. If we're sticking with some of the primary plot points, and so like give Fane a little bit more time to mature with it. It takes him literally until the 3rd book to steal the dagger. So it's a little bit too soon. He's got to be a little bit more thirsty for it.
I think it's the 2nd book, isn't it? Before
3rd
they leave
book.
Thaldara?
Oh, he does steal it, but then he officially gets it in the 3rd book.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he actually doesn't get his hand on it because it's in the chest with the horn. So he can't open it, and then Rand steals it back.
That's true.
I hate it when you can't get in the chest.
Right?
There's the Melindhra. Nicely done. Okay. Silvertooth, what are you most excited to see in episode 6? What do you think might we see in episode 6 that you're really excited to see? Or just want to see?
Swan Sanche. I mean, the Emerald Sea. That's the marquee thing, I think Sophie's gonna kill it, and that's what I'm most excited for sure.
Nice. Bain&Chiad, what are you looking forward to the most?
Jennifer Chiang Garcia as Leanna. I've been crushing on her for a long time, so can't wait to actually see her in person doing her thing. I think I saw one clip of her yelling, "Bring the false dragon" or something, and it was really badass. So I can't wait for that.
Nice. Mel?
More of my girl Leandrin being Leandrin. I hope she touches some more faces. That's all I gotta say.
I've seen speculation that perhaps that was the persimmon scene was not actually Leandrin. Where do you fall on that, Mel?
Oh, yes, I did see that. And I think it's too early for that. I think that was her. I mean,
Okay.
It was very much her. It very much echoed back to the conversation that Nynaeve and Leandrin had in the camp. I mean, it felt like her. Also, it was also kind of weird because you're like, if Leandrin tells you to go somewhere, like you think that something bad is supposed to happen, but no, you get find Ogier and get to reunite with your friends. Like, what even is going on? I don't know what she's trying to do, but yeah, I'm just digging her so much.
Did she perhaps know that Matt and Rand are in the city, or that they were looking, or something of that nature? Like, am I stretching too far now?
I think there was a whole scene that got cut, honestly. That's what I think.
Okay.
I think there was a whole, there was a Rand talking to Loyal and Loyal finding Nynaeve, whole thing that we just didn't get to see. That maybe hopefully.
Well, there's also the Dark Friend Network.
This is true.
There's
What are you
also the
talking about?
entirety of the Dark Friend Network that's all behind the scenes that we just don't know yet.
I've ended the poll about the dagger in episode 6. We got 53 to 46 yes. Thank you, everyone. Because I want to put another poll in chat. I'm going to put, was it really Leandrin talking about persimmons? And I apologize if I spell persimmons wrong. Persimmons? No, persimmons. Hopefully this is still not an innkeeper poll. I don't think it's an innkeeper poll. All right, Bain&Chiad, do you have any big prediction? Wait, Leigh-A, sorry. Have you got any big predictions for episode 6?
I I'm hoping that all the Two Rivers folk get back together. Finally, we already saw Nynaeve out of a persimmon-ish conversation be led back to Rand and Mad. So I'm hoping that it's just frozen on.
Yep.
Mel being like,
I'm
this.
back. I don't know what's happened.
Oh no.
Why is it
I don't want to.
always
I don't want to know what
making
my
some
face
sort
looks
of
like.
ridiculous
back.
face?
We're back.
Well, no, I don't know if we're back.
So I don't know how long it's been us being back. Hi, y'all.
No, you've not been back,
Back.
long. It's
Back. Are we back?
No, we're not actually back yet. 1 second while I'm.
Yay!
Okay. So
But Rob's
Rob,
gone.
Rob is. He's here in the Zoom though.
Yeah, I'm in the
Yeah,
Zoom.
but I feel like we can maybe move on.
All right, let's move on, and hopefully Rob will jump in.
We're not live.
Robbie Silvertooth? Did you make your predictions
We're-
about episode
we're not
6
live.
already?
Sorry, folks.
Oh, we're not live.
No.
They said we're back.
Oh, okay.
We were back.
We were. Maybe we're not anymore. Oh, there's like colorful lines on the screen. Oh, we are live, says Beth Weston. Thank you.
Okay.
Can you? I think they can
Thanks,
hear you,
folks, for
just not
hanging in
see
with
you.
us.
Yeah, they can't see me, and I don't know what's going on with my camera. My God, what's going on with the bubble of evil right now? Okay, I'm getting back in now. So, folks, I can see what's going on. I apologize about the colourful screens. Let's move on. Well, I don't seem to be able to get my screen working properly. So let me just change things up for a second. But carry on. Where were we up to?
We're talking about episode 6 predictions.
Right.
So I think, I think they all have to be reunited for sure. I mean, somebody's got to heal Perrin. Like, that's pretty nasty. So he's got to be healed. I think they all get back together. And what do you guys think is going to happen that makes them go to the ways? Like, I feel like something has to happen in this episode for them to make that decision.
To create that urgency.
Yeah, that is such a big question. I heard a theory that Logain escapes and goes to the Eye of the World, and they chase after him. I really don't know. And whatever it is, they're doing a good job keeping it a secret.
But I wonder if there's something that happens in the dreams, because a lot of the stuff that drove them was stories from the Tankers about the Eye of the World, which we haven't heard. And then from Loyal, something from Loyal that he heard from the studying, and that hasn't happened yet. So there's definitely an outside force that's going to drive them to the ways. And maybe it's a Myrtle or just the Dark Friends following them. And
Or they all
Moraine
have
being
more
like
dreams.
GTFO.
Yeah. Amis says they get news from the
they
lost
have more
ones.
dreams. Dreams have been really pivotal.
Because they haven't showed any of the dreams since episode 2, right? Well,
Oh no, there's been
Rand had a dream in episode 3, I think.
in episode 5 he had one. Or sorry, 4, not 5.
Yes.
Episode 4 he had one that he was walking through the Two Rivers and Perrin was pounding on the body and Matt showed up with the blood on his hands, ironically just before the stabby at the Grenwell farm. And Egwene was calling to him and got pulled back by Ishmael. So
Marisu in the chat said, when Steve, and I would like to remind you all that I think we've already seen Steve.
Yeah, have you shared your theory on here yet, Mel? Because you have a pretty cool theory.
I thought I did. My theory was that Steve is Logain's left shoulder double, because it just looked like the profile of the face, and I was trying to find recordings of Phil, what's his name? Phil
Snowden.
Phil Snowden, And so I went through a insane YouTube rabbit hole trying to find recordings with Phil Snowden actually speaking to see if his voice sounded similar to Logain's Shoulder Devil, and I found just an insanely ridiculous video of him on a couch being very depressed, I think, is what he was trying to evoke in his scene. But yeah, if you do some Phil Snowden YouTube Googling, you can find some really interesting, very old recordings. I think they're from like 2006, maybe. I mean, they're way back in YouTube history, but he's there. He's got a presence.
Okay, folks. Oh, sorry. Thanks for covering while I dealt with all of that. I'm back. You can see me again now, folks. I know you can't see me just yet, but I will come through on YouTube in a second. So thank you, guests, for handling that. I don't know what was going on. The Bubble of Evil's hit this show so often, it's just a joke. So finish what you were saying, and then we'll... shall we do Fear the Spear?
Yes, we definitely need to do Fear the Spear, but I was saying that Phil Snowden does have a pretty distinct voice. So when Mel sent us that crazy video and I finally heard his voice at the end after all the dancing and whatever was happening, then I immediately went and watched the Taint Puppets, and definitely some similarities in their voice.
Yeah. I mean,
and they didn't name that one. They didn't put a name for who was talking. So the girl's voice is like Elusha or something, or Elushu or something. But the male voice didn't have a name. And my theory is it's just Rafe messing with us because it's Steve, and he's just never going to let him be credited. I don't know when he's going to come back. Well,
after the show's done, like, oh, that was Steve.
Yeah.
In the Ask Me Everything, he said, someone asked him about it, and he said, "It's all I care about, and I wish I could tell you." So I don't know if that means like so stupid, he can't wait to tell us how stupid it is, or if it's like something really important. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Just judging by what the cast have all said about how much he's a joker, you don't know which way that's going to go. You don't know if he said that just to like throw people off the scent and make people go, oh no, Rafe really cares about Steve, it must be someone important, and just like bring Steve back up, or if he was really serious. Like, it's impossible to tell.
It is, it's a tough one, but I think... Yeah, I'm gonna back you, Mel. You've been Melindhra a couple of times now, so I'm gonna back you up. Be like, yes.
All right, I appreciate the backup. Yeah, I need to find those video links and share them for people that you can watch after this stream.
Mm-hmm.
Do not switch off and go down Phil Snowden YouTube rabbit hole.
No, this is hilarious stuff.
Threefold
We'll
Talk.
put them on the Threefold Twitter. Don't worry, just follow us.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay,
We'll post it on the Threefold Twitter. Yeah, I like that. Okay, it is time for Fear the Spear, folks. Eventually, sorry about the delay. Touch wood, the tech seems to be working. Okay. Who is leading us on the questions? Where am I starting, ladies?
I can go first.
Okay. Bain&Chiad is going first.
All right. Silvertooth, are you ready to fear the spear?
Absolutely.
All right. What is your name, society, and clan?
So I'm Silvertooth. I think I would have to be a Black Eyes. And I go with that because they do a lot of stuff at night when it's dark. They, better at seeing at night, which works with the Wolf Brother aspect. And then I went Hardad clan of the Nine Valleys.
Okay, nice.
I
Mel.
will never pick Shida.
Someone will pick it one day, don't worry.
It's a tough sell.
It's lonely. It's lonely over here. That's all I'm saying. All the other ones went to the wetlands.
I think you have G or toe if you're complaining.
Yeah, I'm also a shadow. So
Okay. Mel, why didn't you ask the next question in that case?
all right, Silvertooth. Why did you choose to be a Wetlander?
Is that really a choice?
Yes.
Okay.
Tigraine changed her mind from being a Wetlander, so
That is true. That is true. I really like water. I think lakes are cool. I'm sorry, that's my reasoning. I'm
What
a
do you
big
like to
fan
do
of
with
large
all that
bodies of
water?
water.
What's your water fetish about?
Going on a boat. That's cool.
this is a wooden object that floats on the water, ladies. Just so you're familiar with what a boat is.
And wolves drive the boats.
Wait,
I don't get it.
wait. So
Okay.
there's big enough that wood and because I mean our trees are not that big.
We have bigger trees in the wetland.
Oh, do you just like hug the tree and it floats?
Some people's
Yeah, I'm
trees
You
are-
could
also-
try that. I don't think it would work very well.
Watch out, Mel's getting
All
the
right,
swords out
well,
again.
you do
No,
you,
I was just
man.
saying.
You do you.
Mel's getting the daggers out, folks. Watch out.
There are some trees
Wow.
in the wetlands or in the threefold lands that are quite big. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough. Leigh-A, do you have the questions up? Okay, you can ask the next one.
I do. So as a wise one, who is the wisest wise one in your life?
I have to go with my wife, Tiffany. She is, for one, she's a teacher, so I mean, kind of makes her wise as is. And she's my rock. She is,
Well, do you have much tea for that answer?
I'm going to ask you a question now. What notable person would you take Guy Shine, Silvertooth?
Ooh, Real World or Wheel of Time?
It's real world, this one, isn't it, ladies, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
This is a real world question. If you could take any real world person, Guy Shine, who would it be?
Okay. I should have prepared for this answer, and I didn't.
Well, I'm going to give you a second to think about it. We've had a question from Matt Stagger in chat. Should a roof mistress who just returned to the Threefold from a boat trip be questioning things like this?
Very good question.
Wait, repeat it. Like, was that a statement or a question?
I don't know. I feel like it was a statement more than the question, actually. I say this, but should a roof mistress who just returned to the Threefold from a boat trip be questioning like this?
I did an exchange, a cultural exchange. So, yes, of course I can. Obviously, just because I'm experiencing other cultures, trying to understand these wetlanders,
And they're the wettest of the wetlanders.
and they are. We're just gonna leave it at that because so many comments.
Okay, Silvertooth, you've had a moment now to think. Which notable
Right,
person
yeah.
are you taking, Guy Shane?
I got a good one. I'm gonna go with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson,
Oh,
mostly because he's huge, and to take him Guy Shine would, would earn me much cheap.
Much.
Yes.
Also, because he'd be a lot of fun to drink tequila.
Usquai, you mean?
Yes.
So,
Thank you, Wetlander
Tequila
Rob,
Squad.
for the correction.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that answer. I like that one. I think that would be a formidable Guy Shine. Can you imagine be like, "Hi, my name's Silvertooth. This is my Guy Shine, who's like up there," because he's probably as tall as an Aiel, isn't he? So that's cool.
So,
and I am short, so
do you earn more or less G for touching someone who is so large I mean, it would be very hard to touch someone who is like small and quick. But a giant hulking mountain man thrust into the air would be much easier to touch.
Are you listening to what you're saying, by the way?
Are we still talking about The Rock? Because I don't know if that's
Yeah.
You guys met
Rock.
maybe Butt Rock.
Wait, sorry, did I get a call for Butt Rock? All right, one
Butt
second.
Rock.
Butt Rock. Butt Rock has been called upon. There we go. Can my guests see this? Is the camera working properly now?
Yes.
You are
Yes.
seeing this? Lovely. There we go. There's Butt Rock, everybody. Butt Rock was called for. There we are.
It's just getting a little bit warmer.
Hybrid
here.
Havoc
Yeah.
says,
no.
very easy to touch a big thrusting man. That's what Hybrid
A
Havoc
man
said.
thrust into the air. Yes.
I feel like I'm in a
Luminous.
sense, you know?
This sounds
Go.
like a debate for the wise ones to figure out. So the maidens
This is what I'm
know.
asking. I mean, Leah's here. She could weigh in. Amis is in chat.
Yes,
I
Amicia.
very much agree that you definitely get more G for the large thrusting rock.
Okay.
Okay.
We've
I
settled
think
that.
it's because
And
if
then, but
if
then,
I
but
failed-
you need to bring a large thrusting rock to me. So
I think it's if I failed, I would probably die.
Yeah,
True.
that's a good point. That's a very good point. Okay, next up, Bain&Chiad.
Okay. If you could only pick one, what Wheel of Time character would you take with you to guard your back during a raid?
So I feel like my answer should probably be Parent, but I'm gonna go with Lan because he's Lan.
Okay. I mean, I don't feel that's arguable. I think that's a good choice.
Since you brought Lan up, bonus question. Do you think, since it's Fear the Spirit, do you think that Lan being the designated mourner shows a softening of Lan's character for the show, or does it mean he's just more able and confident and we're in a better time and men control their emotions? Which one is it?
I'd go with the second, but I also think like layers were peeled back in the books, you know, with Nynaeve. So I don't think it's a huge departure from the book, despite, you know, yeah, he's stoic, he's all that, but he had times where he showed emotion. He just didn't show them outward, which was the major change. But I mean, him just standing there staring at Steppen would not make for good TV. So I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Okay, Melindhra, it's your turn for a question.
Okay, I did just ask one. but
Oh, well, that's a good
I'll-
point, actually. Yeah, I was, because it was an unofficial question. I was going to give you an official question, but maybe we could just skip straight on to Leah. Wait, I haven't skipped any. Bain&Chiad, you asked us?
I already asked mine.
Yeah, cool. Am I going to Leah, or am I staying?
yes.
Okay, Leah, your question. Leah, sorry.
What is? Well, you don't have cat and sword pockets, but in your wolf brother pockets, what do you have in there?
I think I would probably have some coin, because occasionally do have to travel to towns where you need currency. I would have some kind of whittling tools for when I'm, you know, out in the woods and I can kind of pass the time. And I think I would just probably have some like dried beef, you know, for being on the road.
Nice. Okay.
Very practical.
Very practical.
I approve.
Well, whilst we're talking about, or whilst food is being mentioned, the next question I'm going to ask is, what is your usquai of choice, Silvertooth?
As I mentioned earlier, I do like tequila. I'm also a big craft beer fan. I like sours, I like IPAs, I like porters, I like beer.
Nice.
What is the Usquai you're drinking at the moment?
This is a raspberry sour, and it's in a lovely Wine Spring Inn saucy mug from Weekly Wheel News from Rob. And this is delicious.
Rob Christensen, different than our Wetlander. Rob.
Yeah. Not this Wetlander Rob, the other Rob. So equally as cool. Just not cool enough to be the token Wetlander, but equally cool. Like, knows his way around the kitchen as well, so it's easy to get confused between the two of us. So nice choice. Okay, Bain&Chiad, next on the agenda list. The question list. Don't know why I said agenda.
Sure. How did you earn G today?
I don't really know if I did anything today. I did make a post recently about how awesome I thought Loyal was, and Hamed liked it, which I freaked out about a little bit. I don't know if that earns me any G, but it was awesome.
I think it earned you G in his eyes.
There it is. There, I can live.
I don't know. I'm just taking a guess there. Well, let's ask the Aiel.
So, Wise One Amis pointed out that I earned toe because I called attention to myself for having had one of my tweets liked. Did I say that? Okay. So I would think in this case, since you didn't bring it up until we asked you about it, I think you have also earned G.
I can live with that.
Fair. Okay. Mel, it's your question.
Okay. So if you were to start a new warrior society, what would their special skill set be?
I think dual weapons. My chibi has the two swords.
No swords. Wait, you want us to wield swords?
No. I said specifically me, but it could be dual spears. You'd have to drop the buckler and fight with two spears.
Can't do that. I need the buckler. What am I going to rattle my spears on?
Yeah. How will you know when we're
You
laughing?
rattle them together.
Well, then it's defensive. How are you going to defend yourself?
With the spears.
Okay, dual weapons. But
They're grilling
not
you now, mate. I'm
swords.
sorry. They're tough sometimes. They are grilling you.
It is
right now.
called fear and
Okay.
I
spear.
deserve it.
What do you think about ridiculously short-handled axes? Double-bladed axes.
I thought they worked okay on screen.
I feel that was a very carefully worded answer there. Nice.
I didn't love them, but I also didn't hate them, and it was fine. It didn't bother me, like, especially once I was watching it, I didn't think twice about them.
Fair. Okay, Leigh-A, next up.
So, as a wolf brother, there's something that we would love to hear from you. It is your wolf howl.
Come on, mate. Is it the one? I mean, I can make you full screen if you want.
And you better dare not cross a wise one.
This is not fair.
I didn't
Fear
approve
the spear, baby.
this
Fear the
part,
spear.
Silvertooth.
I have two maidens of the spear that I will sick on you if you do not.
I will not participate in that because I don't know if y'all know this, but a wise one did a sibling ceremony with me and Silvertooth. So we're spear siblings now. What do we call it? Wolf siblings? Wolf spears? Wolf spears? Yeah.
Spear wolves?
Actually, I feel like you could actually put a lot of extra pressure having that bond.
So
I will
think what
defend his
this
honor.
means, I think what this means is, as a wolf spear sibling, first
Spear wolf.
wolf spear,
Complicated.
you, Bain&Chiad, must also howl. With
Oh,
Silvertooth.
okay. 1 second, I can make this work. Let me get some fun full screen stuff on the go here, folks. Give me a moment, and I'm gonna work some magic here.
Yeah. So Bain&Chiad, your defense just caused you pain. By the way.
I'm down for it. We're in this together, Silvertooth. We got this.
Back him up. Back him up. Let's hear your howl.
I do have to preface this with my pups are sleeping in a room over, so I can't be extremely loud with this howl.
All right,
Okay.
we are
It will
ready.
be a mini howl.
We're ready for it, folks.
Okay, you ready? Ready, Silvertooth? We'll do like a count of 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ow!
I love it. It was beautiful. That was stunning.
Great job.
I love the subdued balance of your voices.
Yes.
Much harmony. Well done.
Indeed. That was beautiful. Okay. Whose question is next? Is it me next?
Yes.
I think it might be. Okay.
That's a lot.
Who would you fan cast to portray your character on the Wheel of Time TV show?
Well, my character is completely made up. So there's that.
Gives you lots of options.
So many options.
That is
Anyone.
true. I think I'd have to go with I'm blanking on his name, but the guy from The Last Kingdom, the main.
The primary character.
The main guy.
Uhtred. I can't think of the actor's name.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see that. He's got an excellent beard as well.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have to lose the hair, but
A razor takes care of that very quickly.
Indeed.
So,
Indeed.
for sure.
Okay, let's do one more round of questions. Have we got enough for that, I think? Or maybe not, actually.
We've got a few.
We've got a few.
We have a few. Yeah, we've got it. I think we can make one more round.
Yeah, go on. All right, Bain&Chiad, up you go.
Okay. I need to choose carefully because I want to make sure I get to ask the one that I want to ask. Yeah, so this is one I came up with specifically for you, Silvertooth. And that is, what is the Wolf Brother ceremony like?
it's kind of just trial by air. I mean, you kind of just learn as you go. The wolves aren't really much for a ceremony. They kind of just, start communicating, and you freak out a little bit. And hopefully you have a guide who can tell you it's okay. But yeah, it's just kind of, you're just kind of put into it. There's not really a ceremony. They don't make you do anything crazy. They're not really into that.
Wolf Brother 7 in chat is saying don't say anything.
Too late.
Too late. Thank you, YouTube delay. Lovely. Okay. Mel, your turn.
Okay. Who in the Wheel of Time do you most want to stabby stab?
I've got to say, before you answer, I almost asked this question and I thought Mel will stabby stab me if I ask this.
That's right.
Love it. I'd probably have to go with Gawain. In the beginning he's fine, but it's one thing after the other. It's his just jealousy of Rand, and then it turns into he can't handle being second fiddle to Egwene. And it's just annoying the whole time. I can't stand him, which I hate because I like him in the beginning. and then he just progressively gets worse, and it never gets better.
Fair enough. Okay, Leigh-A?
So, as a wolf brother, I know you don't like going into cities, but if you were to choose a city in the Randland, which one would you prefer?
Gotta go with Ileana. I fit in.
And why?
I
Please
don't have to
explain, wolf brother.
the Ilian style beard. There's no hair here. And
you're rocking an Ilian beard.
He do be rocking that beard.
Weary. Weary would never go to Ilian, so I don't have to see him. That's helpful.
But then where would you get your oil for your cooking?
I wouldn't cook with that oil. You don't know where it's been. It's nasty.
I know exactly where it's been.
You would.
So on that note, ladies, how has Silvertooth performed on Fear the Spear?
I think he's earned G by honestly answering questions.
Nice.
5 out of 5 stabby stab.
5. Ooh, is that a big stabby stab? Okay, 1 second.
Mm-hmm. I don't have Ashendara here today.
But there it is.
Stabby
Don't
stab.
worry, folks. I have it ready.
The full stabby stab.
The full
stabby stab.
And folks, by the way, if you're interacting on Discord, I haven't checked other platforms, but I know it works on Discord, and you type in Threefold Talk or Melindhra, or I think Stab, actually, it might pop up. Stabby Stab is a GIF you can use in your everyday life, folks. So kudos to Bain&Chiad for creating that, and nice one, Melindhra. You are officially a GIF on Discord at the very least. Maybe I'm going to have to go to other platforms now and see if it's on other platforms as well.
Don't say I didn't give you anything.
There we go. I'm doing that. I'm right now live on stream. I'm going to go to Twitter and see if
it's not a sword. Why does everyone think it's a sword?
No.
It's Nashendare.
We don't use swords. We are Aiel people.
I'm genuinely searching now to see if it comes up. It doesn't come up for Stab. Let me just type in Melindhra. Maybe it'll come in for that. This would be hilarious if it comes up on Twitter. Yes, folks, you can use Stabby Stab on Twitter. There it is. You can't see you can't really see that very well, but you can do a GIF on Twitter and use Melindhra as a Stabby Stab. Mel, you are famous on Twitter now.
I never knew that my life's ambition would be to be immortalized in repeating frames of me stabbing things, but I've got to say it's pretty cool. I'd like to thank the Academy for this honor. And maybe
and wise ones, of course.
Oh yes, also my wise ones
Sisters.
and my big daddy Samael and I don't know. I did not plan a speech today.
I love it. That's great. All right.
Oh yes, and Matt Cawthon.
Why not?
Also him. I love you, Matt Cawthon. You're my life and light.
Nice. Okay, folks, we've got a fun game, and I'm going to hand it over to Bain&Chiad instead to run this game. So.
All right. So the name of the game is Warder or Spear Brother. And this is a game that is in honor of our dear departed Steppen, R.I.P. Steppen. We loved you. So we're going to talk, we're going to focus on Warders and Spear Brothers this week instead of our previous version of this game, which was Aes Sedai or Spear Sister. Mm-hmm. Or was it Wise One? It was Aes Sedai or Wise One,
yeah,
I think.
Aes Sedai or Wise One, yeah.
Yeah. So what I've done this time is I have made pairs to maybe make it a little easier because I think it was pretty tough last time. So I'm going to give you 2 names. One is a warder and one is a spear brother. So when it's your turn, you'll just have to tell me which is which. We'll see if chat thinks you're right or not. And then I will keep track if you earned a point for guessing correctly. So does anybody want to go first?
Silvertooth should go first.
Yeah, I like Silvertooth going first.
That works.
Okay.
All right. Ready?
Oh wait, I've got like intros and stuff for this. Wait, make sure. Right, here we go. Whilst I was messing around with the cameras there, so that Bain&Chiad was full screen instead of me, I totally forgot to do this. So, welcome, folks, to Water or Wolf Brother. Dum, dum,
Oh, it's so pretty.
I know, and I got like a little flow between the two as well. Yeah, we wouldn't believe how long it took me to get this to work. I was like, for something so simple, it took me ages. So
The only thing is, it's Spear Brother, not Wolf Brother.
There's not that many Wolf Brothers.
I mean, we love Wolf Brothers. But
today I'm calling them Wolf
Karen,
Brothers, and I have
Elias.
Toe for
Elias or Parent.
I
No-
have
no
Toe.
one?
Third guy.
I have dubbed them Wolf Brothers today, folks. So,
From
and I have
Guy who can't talk.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No one?
It was very beautiful, and that's really all that matters.
It was really lovely. I think you just made the game for next time. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know how many
Yeah.
Wolf Brothers there are.
We'll find out in the show. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
It will be a very short game.
All right. Okay. So, Silvertooth, are you ready for your pairing?
Do this.
Okay. So, the first two are Ansalan and Timolan.
Okay. All right, double check myself. One is one and one is the other.
One is a warder and one is a
Okay.
spear brother.
Not
Yep.
making sure. I'm gonna go on Salon is a warder.
Okay, chat.
Okay.
If you think that Silvertooth is right, put a thumbs up in chat. If you think he's wrong, put a thumbs down.
Maybe I'll just keep going and then
Yeah.
I'll tell you at the end
I like
so
this.
you won't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, who's next? Mel, you want to go next?
Yeah.
Okay. Your pairing is Mendan and Machan.
Ooh.
Say him again.
Mendan and Machan. And Rob's got him up on the screen too.
Yeah, I've been putting them up on the screen. Silvertooth chat is with you, by the way. We've got a 3-1.
With Mendam is the Aiel and Macham is the warder.
Okay.
Okay. Again,
That was a
folks,
hard one.
put a spear in chat if you think Mel is right. Put a sword in chat if you think she's wrong. I'm challenging people to find emojis now. This is
I don't know if there is a spear emoji. There's a knife.
A knife. Okay, a
There's a
knife.
knife.
The
okay.
knife. Yeah.
Put some sort of affirmative and negatory depending on how you think Mel did there. So
All right. Leigh-A, are you ready for the next one?
Of course I am.
All right. Oh, and it's fitting. These are a couple L names for you. All right. So we've got Leiron and Leonin.
So I believe Leonin is the warder and Learon is the spear brother.
Okay. Chat, tell us what you think.
yep, we'll go back to the thumbs up and thumbs down, folks.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you
it's-
broke everyone.
yeah.
The queen crown.
I mean, Glenn's definitely saying Leonin is the Aielman, so yeah.
Okay. And you wait, remind me what you said again, Leigh-A. You said Leonin is the warder. Is that what you said? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Wetlander, are you ready for your two?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You've got Cheyenne and Sarin, the infamous S names of Wheel of Time.
God, you gave me the S names. I didn't realize I had that much toe. Okay. I think that Sarin is the warder.
Okay.
And chat, yes, I should put that poll in there. Which one is the warder? Yes, no. No. Go on, chat. Give me. I don't know. Give me give. You decide what to give me if you think I'm right. Give me something nice if I'm right. Give me something horrible if I'm wrong.
If you're correct, a mermaid.
Yes, there we go. A mermaid if I'm correct. I love that. And then something if I'm wrong.
I'm seeing so many different emojis in chat. I really don't know what's going on.
I don't know either, but this is hilarious. I just love what chat is coming up with right now. S crew with that.
Oh, Mr. Howley thinks this is harder than the Eyes to Die one. I disagree. I feel like this might be a little, and I actually like chose some that I thought might be a little easier. So
yeah, we got Matt Stagger, just random emojis in chat now. I love this.
Okay, now they're just doing whatever.
Yeah.
We've got a zombie.
This is great. I think Joel thinks I'm wrong. That's what the zombie's for, I think.
I think so too. Must be.
I mean, he could just be a big fan of the undead too. So you never know.
True.
Now there's
all right.
phone.
I think we are back to Silvertooth. So
Yes.
you ready, Silvertooth? Okay. We've got Blarick and Deerick.
Ooh. I'm gonna say Deerick is the spirit brother.
Okay, thanks. We'll go back to thumbs up and thumbs down. So, which one did you pick there, Silvertooth? I missed which one you said.
I said, I don't even remember the other name. I said Deerick was a spirit brother.
Okay.
And Blarick is the other one. So you think Blarick is the warder.
Yes.
I saw
Sure.
that, by the way, Mel, that I don't know what easy and hard is. Why do I feel like you are meaning something different by that?
Because it's Mel.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You know,
that's Mel.
everything. with
Okay,
Mel is
that
just...
time I actually did not mail you into that at all. I'm just saying, like, you're like, I'm going to pick the names that have one different letter from the other and pair them together. And then be like, this is so easy, you guys. I made you an easy game.
I did it on purpose because I thought it was actually kind of funny how ridiculously similar some of the names are.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
All right.
Our good friend Rajesh made a funny post yesterday talking about how everyone in the Wheel of Time has a terrible alt version of themselves with just like some weird spelling of their name. And you should go find your alt version, I guess. Bale and Bale had to fight it out for who was the alt version.
That's so true. That is really true. I love it.
It was like the Domani Domine.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yes. Yeah. All right. Next two are going to go to Mel. You ready, Mel?
Ready.
Okay. We've got Talric and Genric.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with Talric is the warder.
Okay.
Genric is Aiel.
All right. That's all for the list that I gave to Rob, but I'm going to pull up two more so that we can have everyone get an equal chance.
No, you gave me a couple more than that, I'm sure.
I did?
Yeah, go
don't
the
think
next
so.
one. Well, I have one
Okay.
with a V name in it.
Oh, yes, I skipped that one. Yes. Okay. All right. Leigh-A, I've got yours.
And
I
think
don't know if I'm excited about this or not.
I skipped it.
Mm.
All right. Ready, Leigh-A? We've got Vitalian.
Can I just see the participation trophy?
I mean, none of you know whether you were right or wrong yet. So
Yeah, and
you know,
before we
I
do
really
it,
don't know.
we'll do a 4-way poll, and we'll ask chat and be like, who won? Who got the most
Yes.
right?
Yes, I think
Yes,
that would be a
no.
good question to ask.
But yeah, here are the two for you, Leia.
Oh, Urian is definitely the Aiel.
Okay.
And I feel like I have another one that you haven't called either.
Oh, really?
F names?
F names. Oh, yeah. Wow, I can read. Cool.
Well, you did
All
send me
right.
8 combinations, so I was like, I'm sure I made all 8.
Oh, right. Yes, 4. Okay. All right. You ready, Rob? It's Firil and Farron.
I think that Firil is the Spear Brother. That's where I'm going with that.
Okay.
And now I'm going to put the poll, sort out the poll to go in chat. Who
won?
Who won the competition? All right.
I like some of the fake names that came up in chat.
Yep.
We've got Froderick, Melindhra.
No, that's a real one.
Is that a real one? See, it's
Yes.
hard to tell sometimes.
Melinda is my disappointing alt universe or alt version. She's a servant who Nynaeve pulls out from under a bed during one of the bubbles of evil, I think, in Saladar. So not only is she a coward, she's also a servant. Just like terrible. What a terrible combination of people.
Nice. Okay, the poll is running in chat. That was a good game. I like that one. That was tough. Apologies for the graphic. I just got stuck on doing it for because we had Silvertooth here as as tribute to him and that. I was just like, wolves, obviously.
You do have toe on this one.
I do have toe on this one.
Our apologies.
I am sorry. I will. Melindhra and chat, Bain&Chiad won. Yes, I probably should have.
Ha
Yeah.
ha ha.
Bain&Chiad wins
I just
again.
like to torture you all. That's really why I do these games.
Yeah.
This one was
Well done.
really tough.
Yeah,
That was
very.
hard.
All right, I'll make it really easy next time, and then everyone will complain it's too easy.
No, we should design a game for
Leanne or
Bain&Chiad.
Gall?
This is what I need. That's my need. The first read through version.
Yeah. Okay. I think I've got all the votes in, and the poll says that Silvertooth is our winner. That's what the poll
Oh.
says. So kudos to you, sir. But what does Bain&Chiad say?
Well, we've got a three-way tie for winner,
Ooh.
and all three people had a perfect score. So that means there's only one loser.
That's got to be me, surely. Is that me?
So you each had two questions. Robbie, Leigh-A, and Mel, you all got both correct. And Wetlander Rob, you only got one out of two correct.
There we go. Which one did I get wrong out of curiosity?
The last one. So
Damn it.
Firil is Elza Penfell's Dark Friend Warder. And
Ah.
Farron is Asayadun, who is related to Soraleia.
Okay, right. Well, in that case, this sounds like another poll for chat. Out who wins out of these three?
I got 5%. Seriously, you guys?
Leia, you need to come more often and create your own inner fan club inside of the Foldies.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's fine. I like that the wise one surpasses all expectations. So,
Right, you got 100% correct.
Okay,
You
yeah,
did
this
great.
is true. All right, chat. You need to pick who actually. I love that in chat. No one, at least no one got 0. Yes, that's a good point, Rajesh. And M.R. Howley, why Rob? Why? Look, I'm the guy who can barely keep this live stream running sometimes, asking me questions as well. You know? Yeah, not gonna work. Joel,
I'm definitely not going to win this one.
Maybe you just lost the game intentionally to meet your toe for the Wolf Brother error that you made.
I mean, it's a smidge of my toe has been met, maybe. So.
Bain&Chiad, that was very wise of you. Maybe we need to consider you for moving away from the Spear Sisters. And
Take
thank
her
you.
spears.
That's
Take
a hard
her
pass.
spears.
Take us.
Hard pass on that one. No, not giving up those spears.
Wow. Okay.
Why not have a choice once we decide on that one?
We won't even give them up for Gaul, so why would we give them up to become a wise one?
Because
We have our
even
way.
Shy don't know that you gotta do that.
Yeah.
Okay, folks. While we're letting you vote on the poll there, who was our winner overall, we do have an Aiel day this week, don't we? So if you're unfamiliar, Silvertooth, would you like to tell people what the hashtag and Aiel Day is?
It's basically just tweeting out something that you did to say that you had an Aiel Day. I think Edmund Hopwell had the first one you guys did, right?
Oh, yes, that sounds, yeah.
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So usually something that was like really honorable, something you did that earned you much G, that you want to share, or if it's in character, and a different way to earn a lot of G would be to be very clever.
This is true. So we do have one.
We also appreciate IRL G days, so both work.
Well, this week we found a couple of tweets out there that used the hashtag, because we go looking every week and we see what's out there, and we did find one. Well, we found a couple, but we picked this one. It says hashtag an Aiel Day. Repairing holes in the hold with mud and clay is always a hashtag G-filled day. So congratulations to Amis the Wise One, or Wise One in the Newest Age. You are this week's an Aiel Day shout out. So congratulations to you. That was a much G-filled day. I like it. So folks, if you want to have your tweet featured, just use the hashtag and we will go and find it. So, yeah. All right, let's end this poll and see who is our winner today. Drum roll, please, folks. And the winner is... It was very close. 10% this time goes to Melindhra, 42% to Leigh-A, and 47% to Silvertooth.
Yes,
Yes.
Silvertooth!
Much G to our guest.
Much G.
Thank you.
Well earned, very well earned.
Indeed. Okay, folks, I think that's it for this week. So thank you for sticking with us through to the end and through the big bubble of evil and the lagging at the beginning and all the fun stuff my computer was doing. Silvertooth, thank you for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we appreciate your head foldy skills that you bring to us, and we're glad that we could have you on. Leigh-A, thank you for stepping away from the roof to join us. It's been a pleasure.
I hope to be on more often.
We would love that. There is always room for a roof mistress here. Bain&Chiad, delightful questions as always. Thank you so much. Love them.
You're welcome. And I love that you kept my big face on the screen this whole time.
It takes a lot to move the cameras around. I don't have a user-friendly setup on the system. Yeah, I was like, I'm not moving around for the last 5 minutes of the show.
Now I know how you feel, and I don't like it.
Yep, it definitely gives you a bit of presence. I'm the one down here in the blue, folks, you know. And Mel, thank you for just being your Melindhra self.
Stabby.
Stab for all of you. Seriously, love it. And yeah, go use that on Twitter, folks. Just put it everywhere. Oh no, we've got that one as well, Mel. Don't worry.
I've got that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got that one too.
Oh,
See, there it is.
That was the new one.
We've got them both here. Eventually I'm gonna get a collection of everybody doing things. We were trying to get One Shelly to do the thirsting one when we put up Butt Rock and things like that. So we will get a collection over time. But yeah, thank you for joining us.
Great.
It's been great. Come and see us on Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern, folks. It is 8 a.m. Eastern on Sunday, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Let me bring it back up. Are we in
Bright
there?
and early.
Bright and early. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon for me, but it's bright and early for everybody else. And if you're on the Pacific coast, it's actually 5 a.m. So, oof. Could be very early for some folks, but come and join us regardless at the weekend, where we're doing a threefold brunch, and God knows what we'll be getting up to. And next week we're back on Tuesday, and we have at least one of the Spear Maidens joining us that we haven't had on yet, and that is Sarah, and she's talking to her co-host. So we're having more guests next week, folks. So yeah, come and join us and have some fun. But as we like to say around here, Silvertooth, do you want to do the outro? You want to finish us off here, sir? What do I say at the end of the show? I've sprung this on him, by the way, folks.
You definitely sprung this on me, and
let's all say it together. 1, 2, 3. May you always
find water
and shade. Good job, everyone.
Yay!
Best chorus ever.